3rd and 4th Streets in Philadelphia, where the Continental Congress was meeting at the Pennsylvania State House, later known as Independence Hall. Jefferson effortlessly entered the flow of things. He sent accounts of the military situation to Virginia. He looked over Benjamin Franklin's proposal for Articles of Confederation and Perpetual Union. He recorded the financial and military estimates for continental defense. In a way, he had been preparing for this hour and for this work since he first stood in the lobby of the House of Burgesses in Williamsburg, listening, rapt, to Patrick Henry a decade before. There had been the glittering evenings at Fouquier's palace, full of music and ideas. The golden years in the Wythe House, immersed in law and history. The apprenticeship in politics under Peyton Randolph in the Raleigh Tavern, watching and learning. The Jefferson style, cultivate his elders, make himself pleasant to his contemporaries, and use his pen and his intelligence to shape the debate, armed him well for the national arena. He was no longer in Williamsburg or Richmond, but he felt at home. In Virginia, Jefferson had known everything and everyone. In sessions of the Congress in Philadelphia and in hours of walking the city, he encountered new ideas, new people, new forces. Philadelphians, said the Anglican clergyman William Smith, were a people thrown together from various quarters of the world, differing in all things, language, manners, and sentiment. Another clergyman, Jacob Boucher, said, "The poorest laborer upon the shore of the Delaware thinks himself entitled to deliver his sentiments in matters of religion and politics with as much freedom as the gentleman or the scholar. For every man expects one day or another to be on a footing with his wealthiest neighbor." In Philadelphia, Jefferson was caught up in a whirlwind of war and the rumors of war. John Adams of Massachusetts had proposed the appointment of George Washington of Virginia as commanding general of the Continental Forces, a choice the Congress approved on Thursday, June 15, 1775. 2 days later came the battle at Bunker Hill in Boston. What Jefferson had heard Patrick Henry assert in the nave of St. John's Church, 250 miles south of Philadelphia in March, was now fact. There was no peace. Jefferson's arrival in Philadelphia was an occasion of note among the delegates. Samuel Ward of Rhode Island recorded seeing the famous Mr. Jefferson, and the said Virginian looks like a very sensible, spirited, fine fellow, and by the pamphlet which he wrote last summer, the Summer Review, he certainly is one. Later in the year, John Adams reported a fellow delegate's view that Jefferson is the greatest rubber-off of dust that he has ever met with, that he has learned French, Italian, Spanish, and wants to learn German. Adams and Jefferson could hardly have appeared less alike. Adams was 8 years older and about 5 inches shorter, as thoroughgoing a New Englander as Jefferson was a Virginian. Adams had difficulty holding his tongue or his temper. Jefferson was a master of keeping his emotions in check. Yet the two men, and in time Abigail,